Even tell her beforehand. Make a joke out of it. Say, you know how when people talk, dirty to each other, and just make some jokes saying, hey, you know what? I have to say, God couldn't put everything in one package. So I just want you to know beforehand that look, I am not packing the way you probably used to do packing. But I mean, look at all this personality, girl. Look at all this personality. You really gonna pass up on all this personality for a dude who could hit it right? So today, I would like to talk to the fellas out there. This is my Monday video, even though it's Tuesday. I wanted to talk to the fellas about why you shouldn't worry about the size of your penis. And this is very near and dear to me because, I'm confident to admit that during my junior high and high school days that I would question the size of my penis. It didn't seem to be as big as my height is. I'm 6'2", ladies, just throwing it out there, right? And this is very common for men to worry about. But when you sit and think about it, fellas, there really is no sense in worrying about this. And I kind of want to just break this down to just ease your mind for most of you guys, right? Just to ease your mind, bust some rumors about what is considered big and small, and just help you guys navigate your life better, right? So here's why you shouldn't worry about the size of your penis. Number one, regardless of what information is revealed in this video, if after I give you these facts about what is the actual length of an average size penis, you might find out that you are still on the smaller end of that scale. But guess what? There is literally nothing the overwhelming majority of you can do about it, right? And so you are wasting energy and time worrying about something that you literally cannot change, right? See, you know how I talk about women kind of get the short end of the stick sometimes when you think about how they have to suffer through period and cramps and pain, the pain of childbirth, the fact that they go through their 20s and 30s, where if they're attractive, they can manipulate any man they want, but then they head to that hill when they're like 50 and 60 and nobody wants to be around them because they smell old, right? We also have our own bit of setbacks. And for us, a setback for us is we can't really do anything cosmetically, most of us, to change what we're most self-conscious about, which is the size of our penis, right? Women, on the other hand, they can make changes to the size of their butt. They can make changes to the size of their breast. They can do breast reductions. They can enlarge their breasts. They can, enlarge their behind, right? They can change their lips. Women simply have more options to do some changes to themselves about the parts of their bodies that they think that they're self-conscious about. For us, most of us are really only self-conscious about our penis size, really, right? I mean, yeah, if I could, would I pay to be more handsome? Sure. If there was a handsome wizard, I might pay him, $20 to make me $20 hotter, right? More handsome than I already am. But yeah, it's the penis size for us, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you shouldn't worry about things that you can't really change. Generally speaking, that's hard to do for most of us, but you should get accustomed to doing it. It will save your life a bunch of a hassle and a hurdle, right? So you have that going on. Now, let me give you some of the data, right? Because the second reason why most of you shouldn't worry about this is because most of you actually do not have a small penis. You think you do because you spend all day watching pornography and masturbating when you should be doing something productive with your life, but you don't. And so there's an article in Medical News, it's called Medical News Today, and it says, what size is the average penis? And they go on to break down that a 2019 research article notes that most males believe the average length for an erect penis is around 15.2 centimeters or 6 inches. In fact, the average is much smaller. While sizes vary widely, the average length is probably 12.9 to 13.97 centimeters or 5.1 to 5.5 inches, and most likely towards the smaller end of this scale. And so there you have it, based off of data, the average size of a penis when it is erect, which is really all that matters, right? When it's erect, is 5.1 inches. Most of you have a 5.1 incher. If you don't think you do, I'm trying to think of something that's 5.1 inches. So this is my iPhone. It's in exactly 5.8. I think the iPhone is what? 6.5? Sorry. I think the iPhone is like 6.5. It's not exactly 5.5. And so a little bit shorter than this is the average length of a penis, right? Most of you are fine. And if you're under that 5.5, remember that 5.1 inch mark. Remember, there's nothing you can do about it. Literally nothing you can do about it. So why are you worrying about this thing? Let's go and let's hear what women have to say, because really that's all we care about, right? We think it's too small because we worry that a woman might not be pleased by it. Okay. And so in one study, 77% of females who completed a questionnaire said penis length was unimportant or totally unimportant, compared with 21% who declared it was important or very important. Those who said that length mattered to them also stated that girth, which is width, was important. In another survey, 45 out of 50 sexually active undergraduate females said that penis width was more important to sexual satisfaction than penis length. And by the way, I've heard that from numerous women who said that they want a fat one instead of a pencil. You know what? I've heard that personally. Let's continue. A 2015 study asked 75 females to indicate their penis size preference using 3D printed models of 33 different dimensions. Okay, and so there's this graph that you can see here that has, I guess, penis A, penis B, penis C, penis D. Well, according to what they wanted for long-term sexual partners, they chose a length of 6.3 inches. For one-time sex partners, they chose a length of 6.4 inches. Overall, their desired size turned out to be slightly above the averages found across studies. Now, I will say, I didn't really read this once I got into it because, 6.3 is a hell of a lot longer than 5.1. So, they wanted an inch more. But look, dude, it is not going to really stop you from anything. You need to build up your own confidence, right? Really, if we're being honest, the thing that you're lacking has nothing to do with the women. It is you being self-conscious and not confident about what you have. All right. For most women, it is how is your techniques in bed. How are you in tune with her needs? Do you perform cunnilingus very well? These are the things that really determine whether or not you will be known as a good lay, as they say, right? Not how big of a package you have. That is not going to really determine whether you get a reputation as being this great lover. Okay. And so you should just take the time that you're spending being obsessed with the size of your penis and work towards performing better in the bedroom. Okay. And for the dudes out there that do have a little pecker, I'm going to give you some advice on how you should approach the world, because I can't see how, if you're someone who is small or not well endowed, how you might just struggle with even initiating sex because you're worried that she'll laugh at you. Now, here's what you have to remember. Most women are nicer than they need to be, right? I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a severe character flaw that women have, but most women go out of their way to make sure that you're comfortable, especially if they like you, right? So if you are someone who's on the small side of the game, you shouldn't be having casual sex at all, especially if you have a fragile ego, right? So you should only be sleeping with women who you've been dating for a while. There's been some heavy kissing and flirting, right? So you guys need to be adopting that Steve Harvey rule, that 90-day rule, right? Where he said wait 90 days before you engage in sex. Y'all need to be doing that stuff. If you are small and you have a fragile ego, right? The two requirements, right? Now, if you're small but you don't really care, then sure, you could be in these streets like the rest of us. But if you're small and you care a lot and your ego is fragile, then you should be doing the 3-day rule. Make her invested in you, which will decrease the likelihood that she laughs or disrespects you when she finds out that you ain't packing nothing. Now, here's the thing though. If you don't want to wait 90 days, but you're still nervous and self-conscious about initiating sex because you're worried about how she'll react to the size of your penis, what you should be doing, you should be trying to be in a non-creepy and aggressive way. An emphasis on non-creepy and aggressive, right? You should be trying to place her eyes on your genitals as quickly as possible, as soon as possible, just so you can get it out the way. All right. And so don't shy away from initiating the sex. As soon as, if you're feeling her, she's feeling you, and it feels like this would be the moment normally in which a sexual encounter would happen, lean into it, put on your pants, show it, even tell her beforehand, make a joke out of it. Say, you know how when people talk, dirty to each other, and just make some jokes saying, hey, you know what? I have to say, God couldn't put everything in one package. So I just want you to know beforehand that look, I am not packing the way you probably used to do packing. But I mean, look at all this personality, girl. Look at all this personality. You really gonna pass up on all this personality for a dude who could hit it right? And she'll probably laugh or something, like that. But don't avoid your small package, because if you hope to get lucky with this girl, she's going to have to see it anyway. And so you have two approaches: either date her for 90 days and try to make her fall for you in that time where once it's revealed, she'll look past it and she won't laugh or disrespect you, or go the opposite direction, which is try to get into the sack in like 2 or 3 weeks and just lean into the fact that, yeah, I ain't packing, so what? And she'll respect just the confidence / arrogance that you have. Okay? So that's my advice for the dudes that ain't packing. But overall, the message is you can't really change this, most of you guys out there. You can't do nothing about the size of your penis. So don't worry about it. And stop watching porn, because porn is what's having you guys freak out about the size of your penis to begin with. Okay?